This is probably among the most interesting, challenging time in real estate that we've seen in a decade.
Yeah.
What are you seeing in Houston?
Houston market is pretty stable. We're always that slow and steady, right?
Yep.
You never see us go really high up or really low down. It's just that slow and steady pace right now, and we're still seeing that. Our market, too, is very kind of goes along with the school cycle. So we just started school, so we're kind of in a little bit of a slow period. We usually pick up right after Labor Day. So I really anticipate seeing that happening. Market share-wise, we're definitely positive on our market share so far, but it's been good. We've got that 250 to 500 mark. That's really our sweet spot right now.
Yep.
That's about 46% of all the deals happening right now.
And is it the same story as we read about across the country? Not that many listings.
Low inventory. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And what sells right now? Everything?
Not everything. I wish. Not everything, but the wow houses are selling. The houses with pools, the houses that have been taken care of, the houses that feel nice when you walk into them. And in that 250 to 500 spot, that's kind of our sweet little spot right now. We're still seeing multiple offers. I had a buyer just last weekend. We put in 3 or 4 different offers and finally got one. All of them had multiple offers. So you're still seeing it.
There's still people buying houses.
Oh, yeah.
And who's buying?
Everybody's buying. They'll just refinance, That's what we tell them. Like, just refinance later.
Just refinance later.
Get in a house.
Are there persona? These are first-time home buyers? Are these folks relocating? Or are these just folks that want to change?
It's just all the above, honestly. Yep. We typically in Houston get a lot of relocation clients with the oil and gas and then California, the medical industry. So we always see an influx of relocation clients. So for us, that's a pretty big standard. And then you see people trying to move up and then first-time home buyers. The one that we had multiple offers in was a first-time home buyer. So
it's a first-time home buyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. There's this notion that it's not a good time to buy. You can't buy right now because of mortgage rates. They will ultimately come down.
Oh, yeah.
And folks will go ahead and refi.
Right.
And they'll readjust their expense base as long as they have the opportunity right now. We were just looking at credit standards. So those getting mortgages today have credit standards that are about 30, 40 points higher than they were pre-pandemic. So our credit standards have improved.
Yep.
Folks have saved a little bit more too.
Yep.
And they're buying houses. Take us through source of business. That's always one of the big challenges in real estate is demand. Where to get demand from? Where are you getting buyers and sellers from?
We always have been very good at having different lead pillars. So in the past, it was a lot of online leads, and honestly, those aren't quite as good right now. We're leaning very heavily into our past clients, our SOIs, people that know us around the community, and really just engaging back in those conversations because, as you probably know, the last 2 years have developed some really bad habits for agents, right? We're very transactional. You got people coming at you at all areas, writing offers, and now you actually have to go back and actually develop the relationship, talk to people, actually pick up the phone and call them, which is a little bit different than what we were doing 2 years ago. So we've actually had some agents that started in the business during COVID that know no different. So for us, it was that moment of, okay, yes, we've got to reteach our team to make sure that they are really hitting what's happening in the market. Because if you're not pivoting with that, I don't know that would be a good long-term strategy. I don't think that you'll be able to make it if you're still working like you did in the pandemic.
You said SOI, sure. Sphere of influence,
Sphere of influence, your people.
Yeah, your people, your database.
Yeah.
And does that mean calling the database and emailing it and sending...
All the above. And adding value, not just I'm checking in.
Okay, so if I'm your young agent and I've got a little database but I don't know what to do, what are you teaching me to do on SOI? What do I want to do?
We've got a whole training system that we have on this, but really it's just picking up the phone, talking to them about their future goals. Do they have any plans for their home? Are you going to remodel? Are you planning to sell one day? So really just having those conversations so that you build that trust. It's not like, okay, let's sell your home. You don't want to go in and go for the kill. It's more about developing the reputation and being the resource for those people so that when they do have questions, they call you. For example, I had this guy, I hadn't talked to him in a while, honestly, and he's sitting there about to sign for solar screens or solar panels. And so he called me and he said, you just popped in my head. I know we haven't talked for a bit, but what do you think about this? So we spent 30 minutes talking about the pros and cons of solar screens or solar panels. And so I think things like that are where we can add value that we weren't doing in the last couple of years.
But you didn't get paid for that 30 minutes.
No, we didn't. But when he wants to sell, he's going to call me.
He is.
Yeah, he is.